Morning so far, obviously afternoon my time here in South Africa. But yeah, let's speak about price action yesterday. I think trading yesterday was pretty tough. This is looking at ES at the moment, and I think yesterday was tough price action. We managed to get some longs over here, okay, and then I tried a second long in at this price here and end up getting stopped out. So I think just back and forth below and above New York session VWAP, as well as we do clear the opening range highs, but obviously this week's trend has been down. If you look at just the higher time frame in terms of like from the start of week, we are trending down. So start of week open price on ES was 715, call it, and we are trading at 665 at the moment. So I think yeah, it was a tough one. Yesterday we wanted the longs off the initial open was pretty bullish. And then obviously, trying some more longs just was not meant to be, and end up taking a loss. So a little bit more of a choppier trading, and then we actually get the flush out lower from opening range high all the way back down to opening range low, and we completely bounce. So I think it was pretty tough. We bounced off the lows back up to opening range high, and we closed on session highs. But yeah, we didn't get that gap fill. I know a lot of traders were looking for kind of like that gap fill play. We did not get it. We are still trading at overnight market conditions at the moment, so going to be interesting to see what we do get rest of the session. I must say, probably playing it, just going to maybe see a little bit more patient in terms of my entries today. Probably is my game plan for this morning. Is there Tuesday and Thursday live trading for edgeful from 9:30 to 11, or did I misread that? No, so only pre-market prep live trading for edgeful. I do trade live Monday through to Friday in my own trading room on ASFX TV, but no, the pre-market prep is always from 8 to about 8:15 Wednesday through to Friday. Okay, if you want to come check out the live trading streams, the link is in my bio. Please be careful of scammers messaging you privately. I'm not going to do that, but yeah, you can come check that out over here in the link in my bio. Okay, cool. So as I mentioned, I just think a little bit more of a tough trading conditions yesterday in terms of the back and forth trading. The move maybe was long, but we were trading against that weekly trend. Let's just have a look at some news events today. We do have a USD PCE in the next 2:30 p.m. South African time, so that's in the next 24 minutes my time. And I think that, yeah, obviously next week will be NFP, if I'm not mistaken. Should be NFP next week. Yeah, NFP next week. So last week of the month, technically this month, and do we get a relief bounce of? We are currently, getting a pullback off all-time highs, and I think that does make trading conditions a little bit more easier for me, at least. We are now on ES trading over 1% of all-time highs, so small pullback in the grand scheme of things. This morning, I did get some nice longs on the DAX. I took these longs. So DAX is the German stock market index. You can trade it with, I think, TradeFi offer it on the future side of things. But if you're trading your own personal cash account, it's on the Eurex market. So getting a nice 100-point rally there, and then maybe sometimes the DAX could lead what American markets do then. But let's see. It's going to be interesting to see what we do get. Again, I just think that for me, in terms of what we are getting on the American markets, I'm just going to be a little bit more patient today. My entries, we are still trading within this range that we were at yesterday, kind of like this 100-point range that we've been trading in for the whole of basically since the hour into the open yesterday. So yeah, going to be leaning into my edgeful data today, see what we are getting. If we come over to the screener, I want you, if you are looking at, I'm not going to speak too much on the algos, because I know I will speak on the algos, but I know a lot of you guys here to trade, manually, discretionary. The algos are doing my thing in the background, being really, really nice, just going about their thing. And leaning into the data there. But from a discretional trading perspective, I want you to come over to the screener, okay, and hit select all. And if you do that, it brings up, so the four reports that I got is the opening candle continuation report, the orb report, the RB, and the previous day's range report. And this will give you, a lot of the times we see that overall bias, people sharing that overall bias, that will give you a clear bias on where you would ideally like to trade for that day. But the nice thing I do like about it is I can see the NAG 7 and see what they are doing all in one place. I can see what they're doing in terms of the opening candle continuation. So is the first hour You can even change that to first 30 minutes. Is it bullish or bearish, etc., etc. But yeah, I think just for me, going to let the opening range set today, see what price action is giving us. Stocks are a little bit green this morning, mostly across all the Mag 7. Apple and Meta are down. Meta's kind of break even, but stocks are green pre-market. Nvidia, it does look pretty bullish here. We are bouncing as well, so maybe we do get a bounce into the close today. But anything could happen. We just got to read and react to what is happening in front of us. But I won't lie, I think a lot of traders have struggled this week. There's been some tough trading conditions, I must say. Let's just go through to I think it was Tuesday, where we traded in a tight range as well on ES before actually end up coming lower. Same as Wednesday as well. So Thursday, up, down, and then up again. Very, very, it's very, very tough. Could be no continuation, let's say. Do you mark previous day for New York session or an NQ? Yes, I do. I've got the previous day's high and low, but I got it from extended market hours. So that white line, this is ES, and that white line down here is previous day's high and low, but from the extended market hours, right? So from the extended market hours. So I do look at that. And right now we are trading as a completely inside day, whereas yesterday, coming into the open, we were trading as an outside day already. Where in inside days where you trade within previous days highs and lows. Obviously, we do look to trend. We do want to be trading trending assets, and we have let's go to NQ. Okay, and let's go to the reports, and let's go to the previous day's range report. Yeah, I appreciate you guys joining the stream as always. Let's go to NQ. Okay, cool. You can see in the let's go to the last 3 months. I like looking at more recent data, but last 3 months. So first, if we take our previous day's highs, we close as a bullish closing day 70% of the time, vice versa for the short 64% of the time. That's from New York session. Let's go to the daily session. You've got to make sure that the correct timings that you want to look at it is here, 70 and 68. So yeah, obviously we have been in a bullish market, so the longs will play that more favorably. We can go to the opening candle continuation reports. This is something that I think is really, really neat. You can, in the last 3 months, let's just go now. You want to make sure that the first hour of the New York session, okay, look, 85 and 74. First hour is bullish, 85% of the time will close as a bullish closing day, and vice versa for the short. So that's why I like in the screener, I like to look at all of those things over here. What is in play? What are we doing? And then picking my spots from there. But yeah, have a good Friday, guys. I think be a little bit more patient in your entries. Yesterday was quite a tough trading conditions. I think this week, a whole week has actually been that. But take it easy. We'll be in here. I've got some payouts that I'm close to getting some over the line on some accounts. So hope that you guys are going along well too. And then we'll check in here throughout the day. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you on when the market opens.